Now, an emergency weather alert from Andy's Randomness.
Alright, good afternoon everyone. This is Andy Pollock. We have an urgent weather update regarding a potential hurricane that could hit parts of eastern Suffolk County on Sunday. Now, this is currently Tropical Storm Henri, and we're going to get into the latest information that I have for you. We're going to pull up my radar and show you the specifics on it in just a second. And I want to do an illustration of how far a line this storm is. So I can't do web paint right now, but I'll try to illustrate it with the cruiser. So this storm right here is, I guess, gathered between the Carolinas. Sorry about that. From the Carolinas all the way around here, as you can see. So big gap right there. So what we'll do right now is we'll pull up my radar. And here it is right here. And we'll get into the track of the storm at the end of the video. As we get close enough towards the end, I'll put my radar back. But Henri was just on here, I guess, because my radar wants to constantly update. So here we go. Currently right now, wind speed is 63 miles per hour. It is 345 miles south-southeast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. Wind gusts are 75 miles per hour. The pressure is at 996, so this could potentially go up. And is currently moving at a rate of 7 miles per hour. So we do have the bulletin. We'll pull that up later on. But I want to go into the history of this storm. And we have to go far back, believe it or not, to August 11th. If you want to go that far back. So take a look at it right here. So this was a very interesting storm, how it just randomly gathered a few miles away from Nova Scotia, Canada. Then we look at August 13th. That's when it was starting to become questionable. But then we go to the 18th. So let's fast forward to August 18th. That's where we want to get an idea of when this became a possibility. So we take a look at August 17th. There it goes, gaining a little bit of strength. Then we go to August 18th. This was when a lot of meteorologists started to pay attention to this specific storm Henri. So here we go to yesterday, and we can't really pull up today's image because today's image really isn't going to come in because we just get a blank space. But take a look at the 19th. There it is. So we'll take a look at our radar models. Here is Tidbits. Here is Weather Nerds right here. And then we'll take a look at Tidbits one more time. And then we'll take a look at Weather Nerds. So it is starting to gain a little bit of strength. And we'll take a look at the National Hurricane Center. There it is right there, as you can see. So what we want to do is go to the National Hurricane Center's homepage. This is what we want. We want to go over here, and what we want to do is get into the main information. Alright, so here we go. Dangerous storm surge induction and hurricane conditions are possible beginning Sunday in portions of Long Island, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and southeastern Massachusetts, where storm surge watch and hurricane watch are in effect. Residents in these areas should follow any given advice by local elected officials. So word of advice is keep an eye out, I would say, the next 2 and 3 days from your local elected officials to see what they're saying about the storm. Heavy rainfall may lead to flash urban and small stream flooding, along with the potential of widespread minor and isolated moderate river flooding over portions of southern New England Sunday night into early Monday morning. Swells from Henri will begin to reach much of the east coast by the end of this week and continue through the weekend. These swells could cause life-threatening surf and rip currents. So what I'm going to do is give a little bit of an illustration right now on the National Hurricane Center's website. So what I want to do is give you an idea, and I don't really like these colors. What I want to do is go to Web Paint, and what I'm going to do is give an illustration of the hurricane watch. So what we'll do is we'll put it right around here. So let's start from, I'd say around here, from Islip all the way to Montauk, right? So let's put that, I want to erase that for a bit. Let's get the eraser. I don't want to erase all. That would not help us. There we go. Okay. So let's put the pen over here. And let's just get this correct. And see, this is what I mean. I always end up making a big hiccup. Hiccup. And there we go. Okay. I guess the K will be knocked off a little bit. But even the forks should be monitoring it. Just because the cone of uncertainty, and I'll take you to that as we go along here. Yes, so anywhere in the yellow, I would say keep an eye on it. In fact, I made the yellow a little bit too big. We may have to erase a little bit of this. So let me just get that over here. Yes, okay, there we go. There we go. Yes, so this is the yellow. You see in the yellow, right here, this is the hurricane watch. Now, in the green, what I'm going to do, and this is important to follow along here, as I'm going to change the color right now. What I'm going to do is draw the green. So the green will represent a tropical storm watch. So here we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. So, oopsie. I meant a green thing. Don't want that. That'll be bad. Yes, okay. Now we'll get a little bit of an illustration here. So this is the tropical storm watch. This is the hurricane watch. So anything in that yellow, that's a cause of concern for a Cat 1. Tropical storm watch, and this is what would have to be monitored. And especially now that I think of it, I may have to include parts of the North Shore as well. So, yep, that's cause of concern right there. That these watches and warnings were issued. We'll erase all, and we'll close out of the drawing program. So what we want to do right now is go into the specifics. We want to go to the arrival time of the wind. That's what we want first. So we're looking at tomorrow night at 8 p.m. greatest chance of the wind picks up. So if you're on the South Shore of, let's say, Nassau and Suffolk County, monitor your high tide beginning tomorrow night. That would be my word of advice. Now, taking a look at peak surge could be 2 to 4 feet. And the problem could be here, you're looking at a situation where you're looking at 1 to 3 feet along the Jersey Shore. But look at this. Massachusetts is really going to get hit hard with this. I mean, there's no question about that, according to the track. So what I'm going to do is take a look at the rainfall and the flash flood, and then we'll get to the track. Yes, you see here, heaviest rain could be in Suffolk. And you're looking over here. That's a given. Flash flood, what I would be worried about is, again, a slight risk of flash flooding anywhere from here to there on the yellow. So the yellow is very specific. Wind speed probability, you're looking at, what I'd be worried about would be Montauk. That would be great cause of concern right there. Yep. But I would notice wind here in Queens most likely. And then let's just get to our warning cones. So we are looking at a small chance on Sunday afternoon. Small chance that we're looking at a Cat 1 hurricane to directly hit Montauk. That's the situation right now. So we'll just take a look at our spaghettis. I mean, they're all in agreement that they think this is going to hit Montauk. And they think that this is going to hit Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Yep, so everyone's in agreement that the models are starting to make sense. But again, this could move west later this afternoon. So we will have to see on that. But the intensity guidance is suggesting that a Cat 1 cannot, and let me stress this out, cannot be ruled out within the next 48 hours for Montauk. So I would not rule that out. Let's go to windy.com and see what this model thinks. So we'll just take a look at windy.com. Going to move a little bit slow here, but we'll just go to, I think, tomorrow night. Let's go to tomorrow night, give you an idea. So this is tomorrow night, and this is the GFS model. And as you can see here, this moves slow. Very, very slow. And what needs to be monitored, and as you can see here, this is midnight Saturday. Then we go to 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Then we go to 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Look how close this gets. There's an eye right there. There's an eye. So, as I've been saying, folks, if Tropical Tidbits is hinting that this is going to hit as a Cat 1, look how close the eye gets to Montauk. Look how close that eye gets to Montauk on Sunday morning and going into the afternoon on Sunday. Then the eye goes directly into Rhode Island. Right there, as you can see. So, windy.com is starting to make a lot of sense here. But again, that eye gets too close to Montauk, that becomes a problem. And then it just goes into Massachusetts on Sunday night. So that's why I had to show you windy.com. Because if you're in Montauk right now, I would prepare like never before. Because Sandy thankfully didn't get you guys hard in Montauk almost 10 years ago. But this is the big one we've been talking about for a long time. Montauk's finally going to see something that I never thought it would ever see. So, taking a look at Tropical Tidbits. Yeah, see, even Tidbits is making sense. See? Here it is right there. If you're looking at a 9.7 something right there, that's a Cat 1. Maybe even a Cat 2 for Montauk. So, looks like a majority of Suffolk County is going to get rain from this storm on Sunday. And I know a lot of people in Suffolk. Alright, I have family in Suffolk. My in-laws next month, officially, they're in Suffolk. Because my cousin's getting married next month. Stony Brook's his home away from home in a sense. Because that's where he met his fiancée. On campus at Stony Brook. And, you know, think about it. This could potentially maybe impact the North Shore of Suffolk as well. So there you go. Moves into... Wow, this is suggesting it's going to move into Connecticut. Okay. Let me look at the NAM model and see what the NAM is suggesting. Because I don't want to go further into the northeast, because then it will just give me more of... So this model is suggesting that this is going to hit... Wow. Moves it a little bit to the west and weakens. So let's hope it does that, and maybe it'll just weaken to a tropical storm. There's always a possibility of that. So what I'm going to do to wrap this video up is we're going to take a look at the My Radar tool one more time. So let's pull it up. Now, according to My Radar, and we'll take a look at it right here, wrap it up with how they think this is going to end up. And they think that this is going to weaken to a tropical storm. So they think that this is going to strengthen to a Cat 1 tomorrow. Then it moves up. And then it goes right there. So there you go. It's always a possibility as it makes landfall into Montauk. And let's just see how specific they think this is going to end up. So let's just zoom in. Let's give you an idea. Yeah, see, there's always a possibility that Montauk could see the heaviest wind out of this. So, Montauk, possibly some of these beaches over here could see something. Wouldn't rule that out. So, with that, I'm going to zoom out so we can do a proper outro. Zoom in for a bit. Okay, so with that, we are going to wrap up this video. So stay tuned for more updates throughout the remainder of the weekend. I will closely be monitoring this storm and trying to give you any updates on storm damage. I'm currently working on figuring out where I'm going to check out the storm damage on Monday. If I hear anything in the morning, I will make some contingency plans to possibly do a video for you guys on Monday regarding the aftermath of the storm, because I want to see the damage for myself, considering, again, many of you know I have very close ties to Long Island. So thank you all for watching, and until the next one, please take care.